next thing that I want you to do is to learn to love yourself more. The reason why many relationships are failing is because lonely people are looking for love. Companionship. Now, I need a guy who can complete me. Are you complete? I need a guy who can turn around my life. Iwe. Tenawega. Tangane pillow. Turn around your pillow on a mattress. No part of turning around. So, love yourself more. That's why it's dangerous to be in love with a person who doesn't know what it means to love themselves. It's dangerous to be in love with a person who has never learned what it means to spoil themselves. It's dangerous because when you expect me to do that, because I've seen normal. So not when this that's why it is also my funny statement on a pay allowance and so on. Anyway, Kala when I was marry, Ngakupe not because I wanna marry man. And if I don't kupa because I got now, so upon an obligation. Love yourself more to develop yourself. Love yourself more to put a value on yourself. To realize I'm important, I'm worth it. Invest yourself.
Good morning to the advocate, a motivational speaker, a success coach, just a powerful man, Marara, who brings out the best in us.
I'm real humbled, eh? And thanks so much for bringing out the best in all of us, Vikendi. You're amazing.
Oh, the feeling is mutual then.
Thank you.
So I love what we're talking about today, Arthur. Steps to a more happier life.
Yep.
I guess we are all in pursuit of that. We all just want to be happy.
So true. And it's actually taking a few steps and understanding these things in order for you to be able to get to that particular life. And that's why today I want to give you 7 steps to a more happier life. Number 1, avoid negative people. Very simple. We can couldn't go say anything positive life kana anything. Anything could know the alternative side. So I want you to deliberately identify people who are toxic in your life, remove them. What's up in one weekend in a facility where you're allowed to actually block, alternatively ignore, alternatively blue tick. In other words, I don't know the message but I now pindoro. You need to read certain people out of your life. By reading is stop feeding attention to people who are negative. Why? Because they're not going to draw all the energy out of your life. So it's as simple as that. Identify the people who bring negative energy. Stop giving them attention. Start identifying positive people. People who bring out the best out of you. Watanga business right now, if you tell a negative person, Korika broke. Watanga motor yake watenga zvakanaka rokumunza koikata accident insurance inozowana kupi. So identify that and be able to make it a deliberate point to get away from people who are negative. And point number 2, I want you to spend time with people who matter. Spend time with people who matter. You see, we live in times that are very so interesting. We've got thousands of friends on Facebook, but when we are on a weekend,
Imagine.
Tinotsvaga mari konde kuti weekend arapwe unotofa une followers 100,000 ne blue tick ruranzo rwakaverifyiwa, because the people who are really that important to you are not about kudaro. The people who are really that important to you, they manifest when you're at your lowest. And that's why if you want to identify who is really your friend, identify the people who stood with you when you had nothing. Identify the people who walked in when everyone was walking away. You see, one thing about success is it makes you visible to everyone. And that's why everyone wants to be part of your story. Everyone wants to be part of you. But difficulties, they enable you to see who truly is your friend. That's why I always tell people, the only time you can actually say, this is my friend, is when your tough times have actually introduced you to those people. So spend time with people who matter. People who are so interested to know what's really happening. Not KVG. Weekend is not so okay today. Identify those people who are when you're in the lowest. Kuna wanongoza the high side. Poita wanongoza chero uchita appear high. They actually know. Kutumunonga is okay. These are people that actually matter. So I want you to look into your phone book right now. Who's in your phone book? Okay, what's a real problem? Can you count on those people in your contacts to actually turn up for you? Do you have people that matter in your life? I want you to begin to do your list of people that really matter. It's very important. You see, if you were going to go to the spiritual route, do you know Jesus, when he wanted to fulfill his assignment, he actually had to identify 12 people.
Just 12.
Just 12. Out of thousands, he says, I need 12. Who are your 12? Then from the 12, you even had an inner circle. One guys, 1, 2, 3 guys, and who is in your inner circle? I want you to constantly evaluate your associations and begin to understand that it's not everyone who's going to be part and parcel of your story. Kuneman don't go to see, but not everyone is really interested in you.
And some people are actually seasonal people, and we also have to be able to identify that this person is only meant to walk with me for this part of my story and journey, and beyond that, it's done.
True, and also to understand when they pass and greet. They pass and greet, not good in the number zako. That's why you should not be collecting every phone number. Don't. Weekend ushanazo tola number zako. It means there is something. Chandofunga again learn from weekend. So when I want to net problem, one later you can go collector. Then was to I suppose what one 2,000 contacts. So understand what one also to say my camp. What it allow them to camp in your life. One not in the hip. Zoto sara zwakadaro. Still right. Pass and great. And the next thing that I want you to learn to do, if you want to live a more happy life, is to train yourself to step out of your comfort zones. The comfort zone is where dreams die. The comfort zone is where ambition dies. The comfort zone is where creativity dies. The comfort zone is this place where we seem to be making it, but we're not going anywhere. And each and every one of us weekend has got their comfort zone. And our comfort zones can actually be the reason why we're not living our dreams. Our comfort zones can actually be the reason why we're not going to make serious progress in our life. Our comfort zones may even be places that we don't necessarily expect. Do you know your job can actually be your comfort zone?
True, saying. True.
The next thing, you don't want to actually step out. I'm not saying resign, but you don't want to explore outside your comfort zone. So what is killing dreams is the familiar. And what grows dreams is the ability to venture into the unfamiliar. That's why you should ask yourself in 2021, what is the unfamiliar thing that you did? I'm not very daring. I know it unfamiliar familiar, but in terms of my dreams, I need to step out or try or something. So, when was the last time you stretched yourself? And why you'll be shocked. We usually take unnecessary risks that don't grow us anyway. Don't want to look to guys. We need to constantly be stretching ourselves, constantly challenging ourselves, and constantly understanding that is the challenges that we go through that make us better people, even happier people. But by the way, happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. Meaning, even I've set my goals, this is where I want to go, I'm still going to be smiling all the way to that particular destination.
But for a lot of people, it's a destination. A number of people are actually waiting. When I get married, then I will be happy. When I get the job, then I will be happy. When I make that amount of money, do you know that?
This is the reason why people are living miserable lives. This is the reason why people are ruining people's marriages. Just because I don't know what's mining. This is the reason why people are doing weird things in town. Just because we don't understand what we're looking for. And even if we find it, we don't even know that we found it because we don't know what we're looking for. Happiness is not having $1 million. Of course, it can help you, but it's having peace of mind.
True.
For me, that's the most important thing. Sleeping, waking up every day, and having peace of mind. And once you have peace of mind, guess what? It gives you the necessary clarity to chase any dreams. Go on right now. Busy my peace of mind. Guys, the moment you wake up and every day you're trying to be what you're not, you have not started living. Your comfort zone can also be the fake identity that you're trying to push. That can also be your comfort zone. That's why I didn't respect weekend no noise. Didn't respect no substance.
Hey, substance.
So substance means it's credibility over visibility.
Give that to us again.
Substance means credibility over visibility. Visibility ndo yakazara nakawanda. Right now, we're on live at Twitter. Right now, we're at Twitter. More than about 500 or whatever. But positive on the life 13,000. And a visibility. But Chaleka, credibility. Then, I want you to learn to let go of your past. As long as you're alive, you're going to have a past. And they appear like they are saints when they're discussing other people's sins. So I'm gonna live watch you. Ask us to go to the other side. On the other side. So I want you to be able to get to a point where you're in peace with your past. I can't change what has happened. I can't change what I dated in the past. I can't change the mistakes I made in the previous relationship. I can't change the mistakes that I made in my previous business. I can learn from it. When I consider the reason why they're not moving on is because they're being tied to their past, and every day, even if they do something so splendid, they don't even have time to celebrate it because they're being constantly reminded of the past. They're being constantly reminded of where they messed up. They're being constantly reminded of 1, 2, 3 things that's still hanging online.
They have not forgiven themselves.
Forgive yourself. This life is too short. Wake up every day and realize that you are sometimes the way you are because of your past. It's actually making you a better person. If you're not failed the way you failed, you're not going to be here. So let go of your past, and that's going to enable you to be more happier. And the next thing that I think is also very important, Vicky, and at that time, that's why I'm trying to run through this principle, is to stay positive. We live in a very negative environment. If you think I'm lying, end up at Twitter. Twitter
Toxic.
Like Mawando Spamas they don't toxic. They're angry at anyone and anything. And you know what? A number of times I've been selling these messages. But guys, no one is coming to make you positive. No one is coming to change your life. When I wonder they even get angry at me for telling you to change your life. Hey, these motivational speakers, I tell people, Vicky, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a lawyer who happens to speak. And those are two different things. It means before I even started speaking, they told me life with Dahara. So what I'm telling you all these things, it's because not because I'm not Zogita. I'm actually coming from court. I had to make time for this because I value this. I value this. So what am I saying is, do yourself a favor. Be positive. Be positive. You see, you can be angry at all you want, angry at anyone. Asiskuzo change your life yako weekend. Chino change your life yako is saying, okay, this is the state of affairs. What can I do to change things? What can I do to improve things? That's being positive. Understanding that there are things that are within your control, and there are a good number of things that are not within your control. But what will change your life is understanding that there's so many things, Vikendi, that are within your control. There's so many numbers that you can delete, block, and forget. There's so many contacts that you can say, I want to build this relationship. This is good for my career. This is good for my business. That's within your control. There's so many habits right now that are within your control that you can change. You could 9, 10 hours. I can do something. Could you not a serious speed game? But a serious one from episode 1.
Millionaire.
I did a millionaire. And right now Netflix is saying it's a billionaires.
Yeah.
No, Weekend. You need to learn to do some positive exercises when it comes to your life. I'm not here to change your life. That's what I always tell business where I'm invited to speak. I'm not in the business of changing people. I can't change people. That's why I told Zamonuti, can all out of Zorora as a matter of fact. It's only God who can change a person. Yes, it's only God. So be positive. Make it a habit that every day I'm going to go through positive. Regardless of the fact that things are difficult, I'm going to stay positive.
So it's a decision.
It's a decision. And can I tell you one thing?
Is it not hard though? Because our mind is a battleground. Negativity sometimes is louder. And it just stamps in your mind there. And there are a lot of things that it's not working.
It's also a decision. To say I'm going to feed negativity. Remember, the two things in life, whatever that you're doing right now, can actually be feeding your faith, or it can be feeding your fears. The things that you read, the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, the people that you spend time with, they can actually be feeding your faith or feeding your fears. And in the same environment, Vikendi, I want you for a moment, imagine that sweet babe of yours. Every day, Dr. Arisa, I'm just my hero.
Imagine.
Be strong for yourself. And most importantly, you can even be strong for someone. There's so many people right now that you inspire. Many people that they don't even know you personally. But there's something that you do that inspires them. Keep doing that. And when you do that, guess what? One thing about being positive is it also gathers momentum. Make it a habit. That I'm not going to say nonsense. Even so, good morning. It's really say Amazon. Anyway, vocabulary ngaishandwe. Zuri says Rufaya. Zuri say marriage I don't know how's business exciting. No answers are no one you. Exciting, yes. Because I can't be joining people who are crying. Because Andy Gonokuungana, Tokubasra Kuchema, Tobasra Kuchema. The question is Tapeza Kuchema, then what's next? So stay positive. And the next thing that I want you to do is to learn to love yourself more. The reason why many relationships are failing is because lonely people are looking for love. Companionship. Now I need a guy who can complete me. Are you complete? I need a guy who can turn around my life. Iwe. Tenawega. Tangane pillow. Turn around your pillow on a mattress. No part of turning around. So love yourself more. That's why it's dangerous to be in love with a person who doesn't know what it means to love themselves. It's dangerous to be in love with a person who has never learned what it means to spoil themselves. It's dangerous because when you expect me to do that, because I've seen normal. So that's why it is my funny statement on a pay allowance and so forth. Anyway, kana unauza kupa mari, ngakupe not because una mari man. Anafana kukupa because wagara unayo. So hapana na obligation. Love yourself more to develop yourself. Love yourself more to put a value on yourself. To realize I'm important. I'm worth it. Invest yourself. Take time with yourself. Self-love is very important. I'm actually do a conversation on that. Yeah. How do you love yourself more? Yeah. It's very important. And the next thing that I want you to learn to do, is to accept what cannot be changed. Accept what cannot be changed. There's so many things you can't change. You can't change your past. You can't change the mistakes of the past. You can't change where you're born. You can't change how you were born. You can't change your father. You can't change your mother. You can't change the fact that your parents disowned you when you were pregnant. You can't. Accept that. And once you accept that, don't let that come in between you and being happy. You know, one of the things that I thank God so much for, I lost my father when I was 18. I thank God for a wonderful mother. She stood with us. Now to talk about radio. So and then I'm going to all over you and say, hey, can I say I'm not going to talk about me, but this is mates. You talk about me also. You talk about Facebook. This is not mates. I can't change that. Yeah. Maybe you can also your own made but I don't think I'll write it. So nobody reach the weekend. Ziva Zonos was not going to change it. But most importantly, focus on things that you can change. Quick rundown of the principles. Number 1, avoid negative people. Like a one disa. Number 2, spend time with people who matter. Number 3, always step out of your comfort zone. Number 4, let go of your past. Number 5, always be positive. Number 6, love yourself more. Number 7, accept what cannot be changed.
So much power.
Thank you.
You always stretch us, and I know for someone, really, you continuously touch us. Where do we find you?